Hi everyone, Scott Brick here. Welcome to my booth. I'm here with a preview of Landon Beach's latest book. As many of you know, if you recognize the name Landon Beach, he writes the Great Lakes Saga. He has written the first 4 out of a planned 5 volumes. His latest book was called Huron Breeze, and now he's got a brand new book. And to let you know what it's about, I'll just take you back about 8-10 months in time to the moment when he called me and said, "Hey, could I interview you? I'm doing some research for my upcoming novel." And I said, "Sure, what's it about?" And he said, "Well, I thought, in the same way that Misery was a book about an author who was kidnapped and got his feet clubbed so that he would write a book that his crazed fan desperately wanted to read. Well, that was my starting off point with Narrator. A crazed fan wants a narrator to narrate the book that he wants to read, or she wants to read, but then it becomes more psychological thriller than anything else. And I thought, oh yeah, okay, sure, no problem. And I'm thinking, okay, great, if I can help, wonderful. But I didn't think it was imminent or anything. Well, color me surprised when several months later he comes knocking on my door, theoretically speaking, figuratively speaking, sends me a manuscript in the email, and here's a brand new book called Narrator, in which audiobook narrator Sean Frost seems similar to a name I've heard before. The book begins with him recording a thriller, a Nehemiah Stone thriller by author M. Scott Sala. But it doesn't end the way he thinks it's going to end. It ends with things going wrong. So anyway, I pick it up here in the first chapter. Several pages down on page 9, he says, "I searched the booth for a tissue box, but I've never needed one for the ending of a Nehemiah Stone novel before. I would be starting a New York Times best-selling romance novelist's newest tearjerker after supper tonight, and had planned on grabbing the tissue box then. She always got me crying, and probably every other reader within the first chapter when some horrible offering of life's unfair outcomes befalls a sweet, innocent person who leaves life prematurely and forces the main character to start a journey of discovery and healing by going through hell. I knew it would happen, welcomed it really. Who doesn't love a good, cleansing cry in the privacy of a place like the booth? But now, at the moment when I should be smiling at how Nehemiah Stone has taken the garbage out, an M. Scott Sala trademark phrase, once again, and thus resumed his slow drift across the U.S. a la David Banner in the Incredible Hulk TV show. Before starting the final chapter, I even queued up the Lonely Man theme from the show, which is my tradition after finishing Nehemiah Stone's latest adventure. It signifies the end of another journey with my favorite character to narrate and helps me transition from a state of sadness. Each ending is like losing a friend for an indefinite amount of time, to a state of anticipation for the day when the next installment of Nehemiah Stone's life shows up from Simon & Schuster, the lonely man returning to my life. No, I knew that day was never coming, because M. Scott Sala took Nehemiah Stone away from me. He's dead. Kara is on the run, and Reich is after her. My eyes well up again. I yell, "Who in the hell is going to save her now?" And at this point, Sean Frost thinks that's the worst thing going on in his life. But even though things have just gone horribly wrong, things continue to go even more horribly, horribly wrong throughout this thriller called Narrator. It is a project near and dear to my heart. I'm grateful to Landon Beach for having written it with me in mind. You might even hear my name once or twice in the text, talking about Scott Brick being a colleague of his. I'm trying not to be as self-centered as I feel right now. I really hope that you enjoy listening to Narrator just as much as I've enjoyed narrating it. Enjoy, and thank you for listening.